All right. Okay, so what we have to do is look at this chart right here. If we go, let's just look column by column. Okay, most crucial things that we look at here are the construction start dates. I'm going to sort by that.
Okay.
That's our most prevalent information. And if you go, ascending backwards to forward, it shows when they're supposed to start. So this one's actually supposed to already started, but that was an order issue why that didn't get in.
Oh, okay.
So first of all, the Plex order is what we drive the outbound shipment off of.
Right.
So when we see a Plex order, it should match up. We should have a house bill in there for every time we have a Plex order in there.
Okay.
Okay, now the key is for every order going out, there's going to be a shipment coming back.
Okay.
Okay, so that's what the RMA is.
Right.
And realistically, the RMA is supposed to come back anywhere between 48 and 72 hours afterwards. After this construction start date. So they go out to the site, they install the new equipment on this date. At the same time, they've taken down the old equipment, they bring the old equipment back to the cross dock. Yep, their driver to bring the shipment back to the cross dock is that house bill.
Okay.
Okay, so what we're going to do is, the first thing we do is we got to go in, and I've kind of done this on some of them. Whenever we have an outbound house bill, I find these contact names. Whoever we shipped it to is the person responsible for bringing it back. So that's where I got that contact information, was from the outbound house bill. Okay, so what I've done is I've done one example here, but what I'm going to have you do is add in house bills for all these ones that have names.
Okay.
Okay, so we want to do an RMA house bill. So here's, I did the first one, 4997552. But if you look at this, 4997552. Okay, it's a shipment from Miami. Okay, so to get into the bill, you press an X. It's going to drive you through the screen, just like you've been doing all the time. Right there, that site number, 2049, is going to correspond with that right there, 2049. If we look at it, easiest way to look at it like this. Okay, so that's your site number. Now, what I like to put in here is just to capture kind of all the information. You hit F4 right here. You can take the augment ID, copy it, paste it right there. Yeah, that's your number. You can put it in So one is like a site, and one's like, this is the site it's on. That's an actual site, and that has an address to it.
Right.
The physical location. This is the project on that site.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so there might be different projects. There might be this T12 signifies LTE upgrade.
Oh, okay.
It might say C, which is a core upgrade. It might say A, which is an augment. So just depending. This chart only captures LTE upgrades, so it's always going to be T12.
Okay.
That's what that augment site ID is going to be. Okay, so that's the outbound bill. That's great. So this is the basic information we capture. Okay, where it's coming from, where it's going to, the site. The other reference is LTE become signifying what it is. Okay, the billing parties. In here, asset disposition, which is a special service, which means once it gets back to the crossdock is going to perform what's called asset disposition, which means that they're going to go ahead and sort out some stuff that we're going to scrap, sort out some stuff we're going to keep, and that's a separate program that Tom's going to be dealing with, but we'll code it like that. Shows the date that we think they're going to bring it back, the basics, 3 pieces, 75 pounds. For most of these, we're going to get 3 components back, so we put that in there standard. That's your basic information. Now, the only big information that will change on this screen, we'll add the site, we'll add LT, we'll add some of the references. We're going here, and I'm going to change the contact, because I want the contact to be Kevin Brock. Okay, so the way you change that is you go here, F4. Okay, there's Kevin Brock. Bam, that's done. Okay, so that signifies that's Kevin Brock. We're good to go. All you do is F4. If that is not there, you click F4 and you don't see Kevin Brock, you press F1, you add it in. Okay? Put in his phone number, his contact, his email if you have it, there you go. If they answer, and if not, chicken and beef from there. There's some others. Okay, so that's how you can go in, and that's how you can change names.
Okay. Now, will the piece count and everything be in this spreadsheet as well?
No, but I'm going to show you when you clone how to keep that in there.
How to this?
Yep. Okay, go through the second screen. Nothing we really need to put here. You might want to add a special instruction saying LTE decom material to be returned 2 crossed out. Perfect. When we clone it, I'll show you that in a second, when we clone it, that information will stay in there. This should also stay in there. What this is signifying, this little code right here, LTR means LTE return. All the new ones that go out say LTE, this is a return to LTE return. Okay, your date, I always put it like a week after the date of your scheduled delivery date. Okay, we're going to go through it. Miami, that's great. No, we don't need to change anything there yet. Don't need to change anything there yet. There you go. It's new. Okay, now, in order to add another, you want to clone it. So it's got all this information in there. So you're going to use this one as your basis. This one's done right. Okay, so you're going to go in here and we're going to add, let's just say we're going to add this one right here. Okay, so let's just go ahead. This one materials 0054. So I'm going to press L. Okay, what that's going to do, and the easiest way to keep track is you type LTR in here. You're going to see it right there. Pop right there at the top. You're going to go to the bill X. Okay, it's going to pre-populate some information for you. Right. Okay, what you want to do is you want to go here, tab over. F4 is how you create your house bill. What I like to do at that point, once I have the house bill created, I go in, I add it here, so I don't forget it. 49976. The date here is 116. Okay, it's got my information. Now, the only difference between this and that other one is, this right now is Miami. Okay, this is obviously Tampa where we're picking up at. So, what you do is you go in here, you press F4. Yep, you do CD for crossed off. Put CD right there. You put your state of Florida. 2 pieces of information is all you need. There your cross docs for Florida. This one, Tampa. You scroll there, you exit, you got Tampa in there. Here you want your site number. So you want to go F4, site number, Tampa 054. We'll copy that. We'll paste that there. When I put the project is from, copy that, paste there. Always put that site number before you put the project. Like I said, those match up, and then it's just that addition needs an LT. Go there. This does not, when you clone it, populate, so you got to search for this. What I like to do is, you're going to be doing a bunch of them. I search for it once. I go Clearwire, Nevada. It's the RMA Center in 1909 right here. I just write down that number. 542-1909. When you do your next one, you just type that number in. There you go. You go here, you put LTE decom. Okay, we're always going to date it. So you scroll through your boxes and you tab through. Pick up, you're going to put AD. It's an asset disposition. It's always going to need you to put a time in there. I always just put 12 more. Your origin should auto-populate as Tampa, but you can always type these things in. The more you type in, the faster it's going to go, because it's not going to ask you, prompt you for questions. Okay, we're going to go here, we're going to go here. They already put in your 3 at that. We're going to change the date to the 16th. The date should already be in there. The 16th, done. You actually exit out of that, it's going to auto-populate it, you're good to go. One thing I need to still do is change the contact. It's not going to be Wayneberry, it's going to be Kevin Baraka. No, it's going to be, yeah, Kevin Baraka. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is go F4. Not going to do that, but I'm going to add him. F1, just go in here, grab his phone. If I don't know his phone number, on this sheet I haven't put their phone numbers yet. Okay. What I usually do is if you need something, just put our number in there. Oh, okay. So that's usually what I do if they don't have a number yet. We can change it. I'll show you change it. Anytime you just copy in his name, copy, paste, up. He's got a pretty generic email, I'll pop it in. Won't fit it all, but we'll fit it most of it. There you go. There he's in, and always puts it on the bottom. Got him in that door. Okay, and what we do, we're going to hit enter here again. It's right, it brings you to the next screen. That's already pre-populated since you cloned it. That's pre-populated. Even your dates are pre-populated. The only thing when you hit enter, it's going to want a time there. Put 1700 in a day. Put it there, and you got it. Yep, I changed it to Tampa, and there you go. And I've already put in a whole bunch in there in a previous program that I waited for. So okay. That's good. That's all you need. All right, so then what I'll do right now is I will post this